ref. Welcome to Good News Week. And the big news? It's Melbourne Fashion Week. Melbourne Fashion Week. One of only 52 similar events happening around the world this year. So we thought we'd take a look at some of the hottest things happening in that very glamorous industry. Have you always wanted protection from harmful UV rays coupled with the luxury of watching films and television at the same time? Yes? Yes. Yeah. Then say hello to the TV hat.
TV Hat, a movie theater experience absolutely anywhere. A virtual reality adventure for gamers, a glare-free studio for photographers, and of course, video on the go. Yours for the low price of $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Buy a second TV Hat and shipping and handling is
free. Why the long face? Because no one will go to the movies with me. The TV Hat is perfect for those times when you really want to watch a DVD but find yourself wearing a gigantic hat instead. Finally, you can enjoy all your favourite films and dress like a giant mutant duck at the same time. It's the TV Hat! The TV Hat is multi-purpose. It keeps the sun off, gives you a personal cinematic experience and blocks out the sight of people pointing and laughing. It's just like watching your big screen TV in the comfort of your own home, without the comfort of your own home. The TV Hat. For men who want to hold it all in, physically as well as emotionally, you can now say bye-bye beer belly with the Myrtle. Not as funny as the TV Hat. From that reaction. It's a man girdle. A man girdle. A myrtle. A man girdle. I can see why you're not laughing now. It's part man, part girdle. Myrtle. The man part is the soft, flabby thing squeezed into the centre. The Myrtle uses targeted compression to trim the stomach and smooth love handles. It also adds lift and perkiness to your man boobs. And they look fantastic, like potatoes covered in lycra. Like potatoes covered in lycra. It's the Myrtle. The swimming... Swimming would help you, actually. The slimming effect makes men feel better about themselves until they remember they're wearing a man girdle. Putting on a Myrtle has even allowed some men to catch up with a long-lost friend. Their penis. The Myrtle is also great for attracting chicks. Chicks who want a man with a tapered torso and a bright red head that looks like it's about to explode. But be careful, one chap bought a faulty Myrtle and it split down his middle. Bystanders said he went off like an airbag in a Volvo. You know, if you were fitter, you could catch that. Here's some exciting fashion news. Flat-bottom women who want to emulate stars like J-Lo and Beyonce can now buy padded underwear that adds 4 centimetres to their derrieres. They're hoping more guys will want to get into their pants if there's more in their pants from the get-go. Men also like padded underpants, but we're much more upfront about it. With... The padded pants are very popular with athletes. Apparently, Serena Williams wears 18 pairs. No. That's terrible. Don't clap for that. No. Thank you, those people that didn't laugh or clap for that. Thank you. The undies have other uses too. For example, if you put a pair under the sheets, yeah, you can make it look like your ass is still in bed. And sorry, guys, now if your girl asks, does my bum look big in this? There is no correct answer. And that's the good news.
It's good news, Lee. Some
Thank you, good evening. Tonight, sitting comfortably on our padded bottoms, the tasty treat, Claire Hooper. Heading to the Athenaeum in Melbourne with It's Not My Fault, and author of The Life of Akmal. Yes. A book found in more Australian bathrooms than E. coli. Nature's Mistake, Akmal Saleh. And ready to reclaim his title as the fastest man in the pool at this week's Commonwealth Games trials, the wet and wild Eamon Sullivan. And they're exploding off the blocks beside the moist and excitable Mikey Robin. Back in Australia to be brilliant in Melbourne, Sydney and beyond with her new show, Ballsy, our favourite mademoiselle from Montreal, DeAnne Smith. And from Edinburgh, one of the true stars of next month's Sydney Comedy Festival, the hot Scot with the lot, Craig Hill. They love you already. Are they familiar with you here, Craig? Are you familiar with Craig?
Yeah. Are you?
Gorgeous.
I am absolutely chuffed. Thank you so much. I've done Melbourne a couple of times, and there's not many homosexuals can say this, but I've never done Sydney.
This is your first time in Sydney?
Yeah, I've never done comedy in Sydney, so I'm quite excited to be here. I'm beside myself. Well, I'm comfortable in a kilt.
In a kilt? Can we show the people at home the kilt?
Yes, shall I get up?
Can you get up and have a little bit of a...
Craig.
Oh, even Eamon got excited.
You were telling me before it's actually customary not to wear anything under, and people take that very seriously.
People do. That's one thing people do shout to me in the street in Scotland quite a lot. Or, do you know, if you're abroad, they always shout, "What's underneath your kilt?" And I always shout back, "Your future." This is true. I hope. Yeah.
And that would be the traditional fabric?
Yes, the McLeather. Actually, do you remember when I was in Montreal, because we met in Montreal, and when I got off the plane in Montreal, I'm not joking, they said to me, because the kilt has the kilt pin, and of course I can't have anything sharp, and I'm not joking, they said to me, "Ah, le kilt de cuir." And apparently the French word for leather is queer. So I thought they were being patronising, but they just meant, the leather kilt.
DeAnne, lovely to have you back. Always gorgeous to have you here.
Thank you.
Where are you performing at the moment?
Well, I'm going to be in Melbourne with my new show, Ballsy.
During the Comedy Festival?
Yes, during the Comedy Festival. Very excited. And I'm happy to get away from South Australia for a minute. I've spent a lot of time there. And I have to tell you, last time I was there, do you guys know the town of Port Augusta? Yes. Nice reaction. I don't want to say anything bad about Port Augusta, but I will say that they're known for manufacturing trains and hopelessness. That's what they have there. And
can I just put out this is the second week in a row we've kicked the crap out of South Australia.
Yeah, is it?
Just because someone was born there.
But something happened to me.
Still born.
When I was in Port Augusta, the strangest thing that has ever happened to me ever on stage happened. And during a show, someone from the audience, a man, threw underwear at me and hit me in the face. And that was weird, but then we got to the next stop on the tour, and backstage, waiting for me, was a bouquet of flowers and a really nice note from the Country Arts South Australia, apologizing for what they called the incident. And now I'm pretty sure that I'm in an abusive relationship with the state of South Australia. Isn't that how that works? Just hit me in the face. Flowers? Can't stay mad at you guys.
In Port Augusta, you know, like in most places in the world, if someone throws undies at you, that's admiration. But in Port Augusta, it's like, "Hey, wash this for me, darling."
Do you have an Adelaide story? Can't believe I'm doing this.
No, but you haven't talked to...
I want to hear you talk, but I want to look at Damon.
Can I just say, I'm really happy that it's Edmund, because Eamon. I fucked up.
Eamon, how are you?
Well.
It's lovely to have you on again.
Thanks for having me again.
Since we last saw you, took out the MasterChef crown.
I did.
Yeah? How was that?
Yeah, it was exciting. It was something to do outside the pool, and it was good to, I guess, show another side, not just the person that's swimming up and down the black line every day.
And you're doing the black line again, though?
Yeah, we've got our trials this week. And, yeah, that selects us for Pan Pacific Championships, which are earlier in the year, and then Commonwealth Games later in the year.
Shouldn't you be sleeping or something now and resting and doing all that sort of stuff?
I was just thinking, if you're off to India, have you chosen a bodyguard yet?
Yeah. I was going to choose Craig because I know we'll have a gay old time while we're there.
I'll look after you, I promise.
Actually, I want to...
But you're still here.
I was here from...
I thought that Akmal's still here from the last time he was on.
I just wanted to... Because I'm in awe of someone...
Of Edmund.
I love the fact he climbed Everest.
Yeah, but you know, I just wanted to ask you, if it's not a personal question, you must have, like, really amazing sperm. No, because I would imagine your sperm wearing goggles. Because I had a sperm count, I did, and I've got 7. And they're not even that attractive. I had a look in the thing, and they look like Bert Newton. I've got 7 Bert Newtons in my scrotum, which is the title of my next book.
Mind you, the biggest problem with Eamon's sperm is it hits the egg and does a tumble turn and comes back out.
That's right. It just does laps all day.
But they're good swimmers, so that's all that matters.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Race 1 is What's the Story? Claire, Akmal, Eamon. Game on.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Malcolm Fraser?
Michael Atkinson, SA Attorney General. Interactive Games Association.
Look, Rambo walked in.
Look who was behind him. Some sort of super realistic people dying video game. Oh,
that's bikies at the airport.
Yes.
That's something to do with the video games being too violent.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember, like, too sexy as well. I remember in the old days when young people had to go outside for their sex and violence. It's just not like the good old days.
You still can.
It shouldn't be on tap. You should have to go to a park and ask the right person.
What video games are you playing if there's sex in them?
Super Mario Galaxy, whatever. Yeah, there's an extra level you can unlock.
No, but I actually know this story. If
God
you want me
forbid.
to tell you. No, this guy Atkinson.
Make it longer. I meant the story.
Yes, well, who knows with you, Craig?
It's long enough, thank you. It's how you use it. Now, no, this guy right here...
Can't be too long, the kilt only goes to the knees.
No, I'll be quick.
I had it lured.
Let's lift our game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's lift our game.
No, this Attorney General from South Australia wants to ban R-rated violent videos because he said the people that are playing them lose the sense of between what is real and what is not real. And is that any different to listening to a politician speak? Is it?
Oh, me? Oh, sorry. No. Yes. What?
I don't know either. If you don't answer quickly, I forget what I said. See, I got ADHD because when I had it at school, but you know, back then they just called you a fucking idiot.
Hey, you know what?
There was no tablet for that.
Yeah, these days they still do sometimes.
Yeah, but you can get a tablet for it. I got an ADHD TV. You can only watch it for about 10 seconds at a time.
All right, enough of the chatter. Let's move on. Angry nerds all over the country have flooded the Attorney General's department with 55,000 submissions pleading for an end to the ban on R-rated video games. It's part of the government's plan to reverse global warming by taking society back to the early 80s. Currently, extremely violent games are refused classification, not to mention sexy games like Bonky Kong, Face Invaders, and Super Mario XXX, where you play a plucky Italian plumber investigating Princess Peach's plumbing. Without an R rating, many games that should be banned are passed as MA instead, and a 15-year-old just doesn't have the emotional maturity to cope with decapitating naked zombie prostitutes like an 18-year-old does. But the ban is counterintuitive. If the government really wants to reduce street crime, they should allow us to have an outlet. Weekends in Melbourne, for instance, would be a lot more relaxed if people were allowed to stay home and play Wwe Stabby Stabby. Mikey, DeAnne, Craig.
Yes.
Double click.
OK, Sunshine. Try and keep it clean. OK.
It's people on a webcam. Oh, it's me.
Oh, nice.
It's true Australian hair.
That's funny.
Someone reacting to our webcam and people being on a webcam.
He's got it! Oh, you're gorgeous.
It's something to do with, and you know, I really don't keep on top of these things, but it's got, so there's some new social phenomena called chat roulette.
I think it was developed by a Russian. Do you know this?
Yes.
Oh, anything.
Because that's what I like. Yeah, anything roulette by a Russian. Let's give that a try. That should be good for everybody. But you chat with random people on the internet.
Yeah, the idea is that you sort of go into these chat rooms which have video and, you know, with the little camera. Creepy. And you basically just... it's random where you go and where you end up.
Sounds like going outside.
Yes, but with a bit of a twist.
Yeah.
Yes, because when people are in the safety of their own home, they can do things that they probably wouldn't do outside unless they were at a naturalist beach.
No, it's for flashing.
It's all...
So is that the story then? That
That's
basically
the story, yeah.
that people are just randomly finding people on the internet? Hasn't that been happening for years, though?
Yeah, no. People are randomly finding people on the internet, mainly men who are wanking themselves stupid. Did you get that? Did you get that?
Paul, put it more bluntly.
Paul, don't dress it up in fancy big words.
The latest online fad is Chat Roulette, a site that puts you face to webcam with an endless succession of random strangers from around the world. But you never know who you'll meet. A fat, unattractive, naked bloke doing something inappropriate, or a skinny bloke who's unattractive, naked, and doing something inappropriate. If you don't like what you see, you just click, move to the next person. Next, click, next, click. I don't like it, next. It's the same technology Stephen Conroy is using to censor the internet. Not surprisingly, Chat Roulette has already inspired a copycat site, Chat Poker Machine, where 3 random people pop up and if they're all wanking in a gimp mask, you win a prize. So after one virus round of the news week, the Hooper team are on 10 points, the Robin team 10 points. Coming up, your chance to win big money! During the break, as we spent the big money, both teams were given 3 clues to a recent strange but true story. Hooper, Saleh and Sullivan have a tale.
She's excited.
OK, I've got to ask. I mean, yes, you look very cute, but the men who are whistling, if you met a woman in a pub and she actually had a tail like that, would you...
You're assuming I haven't.
Yes, I don't think that was a woman, Akmal. And
Akmal, was it this kind of tail? Or was it this kind of tail? Which one was it?
I'm very vague about what happened. In fact, I'm sorry I brought it up.
It does. When you bent over that table, I thought maybe I would. You changed me. Only because of the tail, though. Oh, God. She thinks I meant it.
And I had this.
oh, we have jerky?
Now,
I love that stuff.
It's
Do you love that
jerky.
stuff?
It's a bit of jerky.
Can I ask, we don't have that in our country. I have no idea what it is.
It's beef jerky.
Fried meat!
Beef jerky is a night out in my world.
I got
Really?
This is from the country that I saw the deep-fried pizza.
Yeah, that's true. We have deep-fried Mars bar as well, isn't that awful?
That's right. And then you wonder
What is jerky? I have no idea.
Well, you know when you're driving in the desert and you find a dead kangaroo with flies around it? This is where it comes from.
Shall we get off the jerky for a second and move on and have a bit of fun? Eamon, what have you got for us?
I've got Phil Jamieson from Grinspoon with the new album 6 to Midnight, but he's not singing a song.
How are you, Phil? Hey, Phil.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You're just going to crank straight into the song there.
Sorry.
You're so keen to get going. You've got a new single coming off this record.
We have a single, I think it's called Premonitions. Comes out... Oh, Premonitions, yes. It comes out soon. But, I can't be sure when, yeah.
You're a good salesman, aren't you?
Hey, listen, I know we're playing Adelaide tomorrow night. So, you know, all this stuff about Adelaide.
Do you know where the gig is? You know the name of the band?
The gig is at Heaven nightclub and the band is Grinspoon.
Right.
Wednesday we're at the Hi-Fi Bar in Melbourne. Yeah!
What have you got for us tonight by way of a clue?
Do you want me to tell you what the song is?
Oh, you can do anything you want.
I just might sing
This is
it.
your moment.
Yeah, just sing it.
24 hours to go. I wanna be sedated. Nothing to do and nowhere to go. I wanna be sedated. Just get me to the airport, put me on a plane. Hurry, 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 before I go insane. I can't control my fingers, I can't control my brain. Oh no, oh no, no, no.
Jamieson, ladies and gentlemen. From Grinspoon. And Robin Smith, and he'll have...
Oh, my God.
a tasty snack. Where's Mr. Hot Dog's smile? Come on, Mr. Hot Dog, have a smile.
You know what you can say at the end if they win? Hot dog, we have a wiener.
Yeah. You can get stuffed, swim boy.
Don't forget, children out there, this is what happens if you have an arts degree.
Yeah. Hey, boys and girls, it's the new character on Play School, Mr. Heart Attack by 40.
We also have moulding material.
Ooh. Stars and flowers and anything pleasant to take my mind off of what's happening right next to me.
Yeah. And finally, this.
Watching every motion in my foolish lover's game. On this endless ocean, finally lovers know no shame. Please don't. Turning and returning to some secret place inside. Do you know what that is? Watching in slow motion as you turn around and say, come on, take my breath away. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do you do that bit? Take my breath away. Bow now now. Bow now now. Bow now now. Take my breath away.
Craig Hill. Tiger. Beautiful voice.
Yeah,
Mr.
well,
Hill.
you take my breath away.
You can use a puffer for that.
The asthma song.
What's it all about? You'll have to wait to the end of the show to start round 2, the game called 5 Second Grab. Can our teams identify the stories from my tempting nuggets? Robin's team, for you we have: the masses must go to all harbours in the Islamic world and prevent any Swiss ships docking. What's it about?
Muslims are trying to start something with the Swiss.
Yeah.
That seems like a bad idea.
Yeah.
You guys have seen Swiss Army knives, right? Those guys will come at you, they will clip the heck out of your toenails.
I think the people of the Switzerland, the Switzerland place, that's what it means. I think they have decided that the people of the Islamic countries haven't had, bear with me, enough opportunity to eat food on the go while they're wearing their outfits, and they've created cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburger, 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 cheeseburger.
Yeah, exactly. Look, you wear it on your head, you're out all day, you got a wee snack on the side. And the Islamists are having nothing to do with it, so they're stopping them at the dock.
I think we need to stop talking before jihad is declared.
I know, but actually, you are close with the burqas. Switzerland has, a bit like France has done, has had a bit of a clampdown on various...
referendum, I think.
Muslim headdresses. And this has actually come from Gaddafi. Muhammad Gaddafi, who's, you know... and
he watches this show, man. He's going to be so pissed off.
But I was back, but actually Switzerland, a lot of ships around the world are registered in Switzerland.
Yeah, a referendum banned the building of minarets.
Minarets, also minarets,
yeah. Yeah, minarets on mosques in Switzerland.
Yeah. Not majorettes.
Publishers of the book containing the image of Jesus face charges of offending religious sentiment. Do you have an answer?
Well, we're not going to really get out of the show today without pissing off every major religion, are we? In fact, if you're watching Buddha...
Oh, yeah, have a go at the Buddhists.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Push me over the forest, see if anyone hears it?
Yeah. Of all the gods, he's probably the least attractive. He let himself go.
Buddha isn't a god, I don't believe. He's not classified as a god.
I was trying to get a laugh, you idiot.
So there's obviously some book that's offended religious people are so hard to offend. I can't imagine what it was.
I think I know what the picture was.
Do you?
Was so offensive. Yeah, it was a picture.
Was it Jesus with his hair up?
Hair up?
That was fun.
It's this book where they've taken images of Jesus and put him in contemporary situations.
Like Christ on a bike?
Yeah, Christ on a bike.
Man, can you imagine Christ as a swimmer? He'd just kick everyone's ass.
Oh, mate, no, it's really hard to...
No, he'd just run on the water.
Do you know how hard it is to do a tumble turn with a crucifix on your back? Oh, what?
Well, I think you're going to make the religious people so cross.
We are. Would you like to see the image that's causing all the controversy? Let's have a look at that.
Okay.
He's got a can
It just sounds like someone's got the Photoshop out and bunged a can of beer in his hand and given him a cigarette.
Yep. And we can actually see the damage the cigarette's doing to his heart. When I was a kid, in my deeply Catholic grandmother's lounge room, there was a 3D Jesus, and if you looked at it from one angle, no Sacred Heart, the other angle, boop, heart would appear. And as a kid, you spent all day going, heart, no heart, heart, no heart.
Yes, those were simple days, weren't they? Hooper team, are you ready for 5-second grab?
Yes.
Here we go. 5% said they'd be prepared to have an implant to make their shopping go more smoothly. What's that about?
I'm sure it's just kind of as obvious as it seems. Customers were surveyed on whether or not they'd be interested in having... I think the implant is just basically, you know, like...
Like you put store credit on your
store
card.
Credit. It's just a store credit card.
Like a microchip.
Yeah, microchip. That was the word I was looking for. Microchip.
So the checkout girl picks you up and goes, doot. They've actually got it in Saudi Arabia as well. And if you run out of credit, they just cut your arm off.
Mind you though, nothing's worse than hearing, I'm sorry, sir, your hand's been declined.
Especially if you're saying it to yourself.
Yeah.
20% of those surveyed nominated athletics, 19% said weightlifting, and 18% said cycling.
I think they're responding to the question, what sport would you want to see Mikey Robbins play nude?
Oh, God, no.
I think it's a survey.
Definitely not cycling. You have to bury that seat for decades.
I think the actual answer is there's been a survey on what sports they think are the most drugs being used, performance-enhancing drugs.
Oh, good answer.
Right.
And
I heart Eamon.
And have you ever taken...
Akmal's about to ask one of the dumbest questions.
I'm going to ask a different question that I was going to ask.
I was going to ask...
No, you don't... You know, he's one of my heroes, but listen...
Edmund,
Edmund, listen to me.
He's one of my heroes.
Eddie baby. Listen, this is, if it's not a personal question, right? When you, because I'm very, I'm not a very sports person, like,
really?
But when you,
okay.
Shut up. I play pool. When you're, because you're a handsome man and everything. When you're having sex, right? Just listen. When you're having
sex. I like how you
sex.
say when you're having sex.
I'm just curious because you live in a very different world to me. That's all. Because the real world. In jail. I'm just curious, like when you are, do you have when you're having sex and do you have a guy on the side of the bed with a stopwatch going, "Come on!" And then I would love to see you after the event, like talking to the media, say, "Oh yeah, that was a personal best, and very happy. I shaved 2 seconds of my performance, and I'd like to thank."
Do you have anyone on the side when you're having sex? Some guy on the side just yelling out, "Fucking hurry up!" Do you have that?
No. That's never happened, Claire, because most of the time I'm alone.
I think the NRL boys have enough people on the side watching for. I'll leave it to them.
According to a new national survey, most Australians believe 1/4 of elite athletes use performance-enhancing drugs. The other 3/4 are the ones who always lose. 20% of those surveyed thought steroids were used quite a bit in weightlifting and cycling, 2 sports where normal-sized testicles really just do get in the way. We think more than 1/3 of top sports people also use recreational drugs, particularly in the AFL and the NRL. But when people watch footy, we shouldn't only think of players taking drugs. They sell them too.
Have you ever failed the urine test?
No.
That would be bad.
No.
That would be because you have to study hard for that.
Well, you mean...
The Hoopers now on 25 points. The Robins is 25 points. After the break, border insecurity. This is the game called Border Insecurity, where we decide who comes to this country and the manner in which they come.
Oh.
We have some potential new arrivals with us tonight, so let's get amusingly racist. Craig Hill, are you ready to become an Aussie?
I am genuinely quite excited.
Oh, you go. How fantastic. Don't contain the excitement. Let it spill out everywhere.
Be careful what you wish for. I think I'll be careful how I sit.
Oh, no. No, we love it. You've got to do that. You're in Australia, you've got to do that. You've got to let them breathe. You've got to let them out, let them breathe.
Look, it's a bald Sharon Stone.
You look delightful.
I'm swinging. It's new for me.
So you're ready to become a citizen? Would you like to be a citizen here?
I wouldn't go that far. No, I'd love to, but I don't have any... you've got to have a wee bit of kind of connection with Australia, don't you? Or someone who...
Are you any good at any sport? And then...
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine? Gay sport? No.
Probably best not
Look
to
at you looking down at my kilt. Falling in love with me all over again.
Yes, anyway, we won't go into that. Or maybe we will. Who was the first white man to tour all the way around Australia? Matthew Flinders? John Farnham? Or Michael Jackson?
Well, I don't think it's Michael. John Farnham, I have no idea who that...
You've never heard a song, "You're the voice, try and understand it"?
Did you do that in a Pakistani accent? That was so weird.
You're the voice, try and understand it.
Well, I like that. I'm going to do that when you sing it. Bang down. I tell you what, Flinders sounds like the most Australian name, so I'm going to go with Flinders.
OK. Let's just find out if Craig is right.
Please say I'm right.
Oh, you are. I like your powers of deduction as well.
So do I.
What is a lamington? A polyurethane coating for picnic tables? A small village or town where lambs live. Very sweet, that one. They like that.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, you're growing on me.
Thank you. I hope not to. A cube of stale sponge cake covered with chocolate icing and coconut.
A place where... I hope it's a place where lambs live. I know you have that already as Woolloomooloo. Please make that happen to Woolloomooloo. Please make that where the lambs live. I'll never go back. Anyway, sorry, couldn't help it. And what was the third one?
A cube of stale sponge cake.
Stale sponge cake?
Stale sponge cake.
That's a thing.
That's a lemming... Oh, I've almost given it away.
You actually have that in Australia. Stale sponge... We're supposed to be tight in Scotland. You're using old food and covering it in chocolate and coconut. Well, I'm guessing, and I am only guessing here, is it the sponge cake?
Let's find out. You're right, oh, ladies and gentlemen. Extraordinary.
I look forward to tasting it. Does it taste stale and horrible?
I don't eat them myself.
I can see that, slim boy.
Oh, thank you, darling. The ref's weighing in on this one. What are Australia's two monotremes?
There's a word called monotreme.
Monotreme. Monotreme. The mullet and the flathead. The platypus and the echidna. Or Daryl and Ozzy.
Well, I'll have to pretend to know who Daryl and Ozzy are. Probably friends. But well done them and their fame. I'm gonna... What, do you know what? Is Australia's monotreme, platypus and that word are Australian words. I'm gonna guess platypus and echidna. Am I right?
I love you. Look, I love you.
Can I just thank Australia for the platypus?
It's all the bits God had left over.
Is
when he
it?
made all the other creatures, he thought, oh, I've got a duck's bill, I've got this clawy thing and a paddle and a beaver's tail. What am I going to do with it? I'd bung it all together.
And create Kevin Rudd.
So,
now, there's an attractive man.
Oh, do you like Kevin? Oh, you don't know. Would you like to be a stylist for Kevin? What would you do? How would you help Kevin?
Well, you know, it looks like his mum combed his hair. I don't know, it just looks a bit too sweet. His wee side parting, I would change that. I'd probably crop it, give him an action man look.
No, yeah. So we almost have a perfect score. We just have one more question, and you'll get a perfect score if you get this right.
What really?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
What are blowies?
Are they the future?
Are they sudden, destructive gusts of wind?
That was so Australian, that must be right.
Are they large flies? Or women who perform sexual acts in exchange for money or goods?
This is pretty much the same as large flies. I'm guessing because I love the way Australians just abbreviate everything and make it short and instant. So I'm thinking a sudden destructive gust of wind would be, there's a bit of a bligh. I think it's, that's me doing my Pakistani accent. I think it's destructive gusts of wind. Am I right?
Oh, Australia's not happy. Australia's not happy at all.
Australia's not happy. I want to see that
Australia's
TV
not happy
program.
with that response. And you've been doing so well.
Did I get it wrong?
Yeah, sorry.
Is it large flies?
Oh, did you say large fly?
Large fly!
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Craig Hill! They wanted you to get it right. With a score, perfect score, of 25, ladies and gentlemen, you've reached the level of Scottish fancy boy. Would you please thank Craig Hill? That was all right. Beautiful. Who'll be next to seek asylum? Find out after this. Australia. Akmal, Saleh, Border Insecurity is calling you.
Wait! I'm offended, man. I'm an Aussie. I'm not. Hey, again. You want to kick in the teeth, cock? I knew you were going to do this to me, so I have offered to... I've got a friend of mine who's here in the country, and he is a foreigner, genuine foreigner, the world-famous...
WWE Superstar the Miz!
Yay!
I'm here.
What?
May I have a hug? Thank you. Oh, sorry. I hit you with my title. I actually brought one for each of you.
Oh, really?
To hold for me while I do this, while I win you guys some big bucks.
It would be an honor.
And it's WWE Superstar the Miz.
Can I call you Mr. the Miz?
Absolutely.
Actually, Akmal, you look like a really old, ugly Wonder Woman.
Raise it up like you're a champion.
It's too heavy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Craig, you can put this under your kilt as a chastity belt.
Should we get in?
Absolutely.
Do you want to beat up the other team or anything?
I don't know.
Miz.
By the way, goodbye, Eamon.
I am doing fantastic. I'm down under.
Yes.
It's not every day I get to go down under.
I love your enthusiasm. It's really American.
I know. I've actually been learning the Aussie accent.
The Aussie?
I've figured out... What? What did I say wrong? No, I figured it out.
Oh, you have figured it out?
All you have to do is whisper.
Yeah.
Hello, we're in Australia. That's how they sound in America. Like, whenever I watch Steve Irwin, that's how I sound. Hello, we're going to put my head in the crocodile's head and we're just going to do it.
You are sounding a little bit English.
That's what everyone tells me, but no. No.
Let's have a look at The Miz in action.
Oh, man. He's cocky, he's arrogant, but he has backed it up so far. Oh, nice suplex by Miz, who's very talented in the ring. Took the United States Championship from Kofi Kingston a number of months ago. Out of the corner now!
Why are you laughing? I'm beating him up.
This young man
The Miz.
Thank
you. Normally people don't laugh when I'm beating someone up.
Oh, no, we love it in this country.
I know, right? My
Kicking
God.
a fella in the head, we cack ourselves.
Kick his butt! Kick his butt!
Yes, sir.
Beat the crap out of him anytime you want.
I know, right?
Don't hold back. Don't hold back.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
I feel like going the biff.
Keep the gums chapping.
Yeah, right, yeah. Woo-hoo. Okay, I'm going to start now.
I'm ready.
Okay. What is Prime Minister Kevin Rudd's middle name?
I don't even know Barack Obama's middle name. He's our president.
I think it's Henry.
Is it?
No.
You have no idea.
I don't. Our Prime Minister's name, though.
Okay.
Kevin.
Why is that funny?
Because his first name is Kevin.
Just stay on it. What?
Don't hit me.
His mom could have said, hey, listen, you're Kevin.
You're Kevin.
Kevin. KKR, man. That's my boy.
Rocking it. Michael or Matilda.
Wow.
Kevin Matilda Rudd.
I'm going to go with Michael, though.
You're going to go with Michael?
I'm going to go with Michael.
Let's just see if you're right. Yes!
Thank you.
Australia loves the Miz. Yeah.
Aussie. Yeah! I've always wanted to do that.
Woo! You have us.
By the way, you always use your hands when you're describing stuff as an Australian.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to show you how.
No, we're very hand-based.
You got to really get in there.
Are you basing everything you know about Australia on Steve Irwin?
That's what we see in America. That's what we get.
Yeah. Not anymore.
No. Yeah, thank you, Australia. Thank you for condemning Mr. Mikey Robbins. What is a bunyip?
Bunyip.
A bunyip.
B-U-N-Y-I-P.
Bunyip. Yeah.
Bunyip.
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 Yeah, there you go. Maybe not with the jazz hands, but the rest of it was right.
All right. A bunyip.
A bunyip. Yeah. A small swelling of the skin often found on the feet of jackaroos. A mythical creature that dwells in a billabong. A fried pastry snack containing cabbage and offal. Bunyip.
Claire, what do you think?
Well, we wouldn't bother putting greenery in our fried pastry snacks, so you can cancel that one out.
Okay. But you guys do have meat pies.
Oh man,
yes.
I went to a footy ball game, And I...
Gorgeous. You're gorgeous. You're absolutely gorgeous. Football game. We just say football. Yeah.
No. That was not football, all right? The NFL is football, all right? Peyton Manning, Brett Favre. That's football. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what? Ozzy. You're still doing it. I still got you.
I think you're doing very well, though. Very well.
Thank you very much. Well, listen, I'm just going to go off the top of my head. A mythical creature that dwells in the box. Thank you.
The Miz has it, ladies and gentlemen. They go wild again.
Thank you.
What is a billabong?
Clothing apparel.
It's shorts.
I got a pair of shorts that say Billabong on it. I know. Yeah.
That doesn't appear. The clothing apparel doesn't appear in this one. The original.
It's funny because the tiny man is scared.
I noticed him like go from confident to okay, this is what we're gonna do now.
A water hole that dries up outside the rainy season. A marijuana inhaling pipe carved from the branch. Don't give it away, Australia. Or a storage area for dead swagmen and jumbucks. Would you consider this the highlight of your career thus far?
This is actually, yes, it's one of my highlights. Yeah. Not going to WrestleMania, you know, and performing in front of 70,000 people. That wasn't a highlight. But this.
Wrestle.
This.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it?
I'm on Good News Week, come on! Are you kidding me? We're on Good News Week, baby! Woo! I'm the first WWE superstar on this show, aren't I?
You are.
There you go.
Hey, wait, I'm going to do something.
We actually have that problem as well. At least you didn't break it.
Have you seen my tiny, thin arms? Yes, it's very unstable now, Mr. Miz. I tell you, it's probably dangerous, me sitting on it. What is a billabong?
You try to do an English, do an American accent. Can you do American accent?
Hey, what are we doing here without feet? That seems to be a problem we got without these feet.
Wait a second. We all look like that. I've never seen anything like it. Wow, that is...
Sorry, it is a cultural stereotype.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Paul, that was like some sort of hillbilly crab.
Come on, let's just try and focus here.
Okay, what is a billabong?
What is a billabong? It's a water hole that dries up.
It is a water hole that dries up outside the rainy season.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Miz.
Thank you. Thank you. Champion inside and outside the ring. Game on!
Well, at the end of this, let's throw our chairs down together.
Let's do it. Why not, right?
I want to mention at this point, you're touring nationally with the SmackDown?
We have our official live tour with SmackDown, and it's coming the end of July, early August, all over Australia.
Right.
So definitely get your tickets. They are on sale right now, and it's going to sell fast because it's insane. And all of you are coming, aren't you? Lie to them if you're not.
Here's your last question.
All right.
What would you be doing if I said, don't come the raw prawn with me? Treating me like a nong?
Wait, what's a nong?
Bit of an idiot. Ah, you're a nong. You're a nong. Oh, you pull your nong. Back of the head, son. Back of the... That's it.
You just do this, you just entertain yourself, don't you? I mean, honestly, I could totally see you in the mirror before the morning going, nong, nong.
Right in the mirror. Am I wrong?
Would you like to see me in the morning in the mirror?
Craig would.
Treating me like a nog, trying to pass off crab stick as blue swimmer, or ejaculating into my uncooked seafood.
That's just disgusting.
It's wrong, isn't it?
I mean, I got that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Most of the stuff you've been talking about, I have not figured out what you were talking about.
That's what we call tartare sauce.
Oh,
So for a perfect score, Mr. Miz, just get this one right.
all right.
Come on. Tick, tick,
Don't
tick,
come
tick,
the raw
tick,
prawn with me.
tick.
Is basically saying, treating me like an idiot, like a nong.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Like a nong. Boom.
let's smash some shit. This is 7 Things for the Bin, the game with more bile than a meeting of the Mark Latham fan club. Claire Hooper, what's crawling?
Yeah, all right,
What's
then.
got you?
I would like to put bad drivers in the bin, and I would like to add to that bad drivers who don't leave a note when their car is 1 foot longer than they think it is, and they put that 1 foot into the side of your car and then they drive away and they don't leave a note because they can put a note and the note can say, I'm really sorry I don't have money, so I'm not leaving my name and number, but sorry I'm a really bad driver. You go in the bin.
Can I just ask you, what if they left a note just saying, sucked in?
Actually, seeing as Claire's thrown this magazine in, I'll grab it out. Because it's called Eco Car. This is what's really pissing me off at the moment, is hybrid cars. I don't trust them. Are you electric? Are you petrol? I don't know what to do with you. And also, too, when did suddenly the most terrifying car in the world, the car that can kill you, become a friggin' Prius?
Akmal, you seem like you want to say something.
I want to say something, yes. I would like to bin really bad sports commentators because I did watch a lot of the Winter Olympics. This is like one of the questions I was asked. They're saying, now, you've been practicing for this your entire life. You've devoted your entire life to this. And then the day of the race, you messed it up and you came last and you didn't win an Olympic medal. Are you disappointed? Yeah, idiot.
It bodes really poorly that Akmal's putting his magazines in the bin. Half a page at a time.
I know. That's how much stuff I got left. Tony Abbott, waiting to pull his just one ear at a time. Tony Abbott, yes. Tony Abbott. I want to, yes.
I'll get Tony Abbott.
Yeah, you get Tony Abbott.
Get it.
There you go.
Stop wearing your Speedos in public.
That's right.
That's his job.
That's well done, man.
Leave it to the professionals.
Absolutely. Because he's trying to win the kids over, saying, look, kids, I'm cool, I surf, but he looks like he could hurt himself surfing the net. But that's...
Someone else talk. Can anyone
someone else talk.
Look, over there, something really interesting, and now back to you.
Do you know, I can't stand, you know those Bluetooth earpieces? You know, the one that's wireless? And ironically, the people who wear them think they're quite cool. And it's you. Isn't it always somebody who works in a bank who's a bit of a banker? And it's made it really difficult to spot genuine mad people in the street now. Because in the past, if somebody was talking to themselves in the street, you go, oh, I love him, he's mad. But now, those are people doing business, and I can't stand them. I think they're so naff. I want to get rid of Bluetooth earpieces.
Yeah.
They're naff.
My local council, for some reason, there's a sign at the park that says, do not feed the ibises, or I-buy. I don't even have a little tiny eye like iPod, I-buy, and the ibises. And I'm trying to figure out what sort of friggin' weirdo feeds an ibis. Because it is not a bird. It is a homeless person with wings. I mean, even pigeons think that the ibis is crap. So, the ibis, whoever's feeding them, get out of my suburb.
You guys have a bird, I don't know what it is, it wakes me up and it sounds like, he goes like, sounding
my
thing
God,
in
That's
the
John
world.
Rudd.
I was like, oh God, you've moved in next door to me.
Like, we have birds in North America, right? But their song uplifts the heart. Makes you happy to be alive, puts a spring in your step. We don't have birds that sound disappointed to be birds. What a nerve.
Have you heard, you must have heard the kookaburra. That would have to be the happiest bird in the world.
Oh, they're laughing, yeah.
No, I think it's a maniacal laugh.
It's a maniacal laugh.
It's like the sort of laugh that you laugh when somebody's fallen over and hurt themselves.
It is creepy because I always hear it laughing just when I'm in the shower and it's speaking through my window.
No, you live next door to him.
We live together.
Weren't we told when we first got cable TV years ago that there'd be no ads? Ads on friggin' Foxtel. Every time you turn cable to... And not just ads, all ads for the same thing. Funeral insurance! Who was the major sponsor on Foxtel? The Grim Reaper? Stop it! I don't care when Kathy dies!
On the advertisements, a very disgusting one that I hate seeing when I'm eating dinner, thrush treatment. Who wants to see a lady? She sits there and she goes, I'm going to treat myself for thrush on TV. I'm like, all right, this is going to get disgusting. She puts a tablet in her mouth, swallows it. The only thing I learned from that ad is she's never going to get any action in her life.
I would like to bin people who come up to me personally and go, geez, you look taller on the telly. It's like I'm being short just to give them the shits. You know, I'm doing it intentionally. I always say, trying to make a joke about it, I say, wow, you must have a big telly. And they just go, huh? Been there.
I'm going to destroy this chair because I should have done it before.
Yeah.
Chuck them all in. That's it, Strange But True is next. This is Strange But True, the gold medal round. Claire, Akmal, Eamon. You had the tail.
All right.
We also have...
We have this.
The jerky.
Tastes as good as it looks. It smells. It's a beef jerky. That's right.
Yes, and we also have...
Michael's Phil Jamieson from Grinspoon.
Smash it up! Phil Jamieson, Grinspoon, ladies and gentlemen. Put them together, what do they make?
It seems like a really obvious story about, you know, hiding sedatives in jerky. You know, putting your doggy to sleep. I
was going to say China's gone to a new level and started making jerky out of dogs, not just putting it in their stir fries.
Yeah?
That's Korea, isn't it? No, I mean genuinely.
It's an actual fact. They do.
Yeah.
I actually know this story.
He knows it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
God,
do know it.
That's the most frightening words in the world.
No, I have Google also, and I use it for other things, not pornography, just like you. This is a story about basically they dogs from wealthy, owners. They're getting depressed because they have to go to work and leave them, and they get depressed.
Dogs go to work.
Yeah, in some countries. Yeah. They go to work. I have a dog working for Telstra at the moment. But no, they actually, this is the truth, they actually discovered that they're getting depressed. I don't know how they found out, but they're giving them Prozac for dogs, and the Prozac, it tastes like beef.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember that story, that lots of dogs are experiencing depression. And one of the warning signs is they sleep a lot, which is so difficult, because one of the warning signs that a dog is happy
it sleeps a lot. I don't think any animal that can lick its own testicles is allowed to be depressed. You know?
They do have it, ladies and gentlemen. 10 points at the end of the show. Is your doggy down in the dumps? Well, you can now purchase a Prozac pill to pep up your poorly pooch, if your pooch is feeling poorly. Humans are often treated for depression by talking to a psychiatrist, but dogs can't have therapy because they're not allowed up on the couch.
That's lovely.
I love that. I love that.
The antidepressant tastes like beef and cheers up the dog immediately, largely because it tastes like beef. If you're worried, there are a few telltale signs that your dog is depressed. It stops chasing its own tail and takes up cigarettes. It tries to bury itself in the backyard. You find yourself taking it out for draggies. And every time you play fetch, it says, "What's the point? You're just going to throw it again?" You have to be careful. The antidepressant works by increasing the brain's levels of serotonin, a happiness chemical. If you accidentally give it to a Labrador, its head will explode. Because they're happy. Mikey, DeAnne, Craig. You had the tasty snack.
I'm trying to figure out after the show, Paul, where I could store this prop, and I've got a pretty bloody good idea right now.
We also have the moulding stuff.
Oh. Hey, what do you think of the show so far? I think it's been unnecessarily sexual. I
Is
agree.
there such a thing?
Really? Yes.
Actually, the weird thing is I found that really hot. And I'm dressed as hot top. What has my life become?
If only they'd made that Prozac pill for hot dogs that were depressed. And finally this beautiful song by Craig. I think we should dress this up a bit, maybe make it a bit more disco.
Yes.
You up for that?
Oh, look, your balls have dropped.
Finally!
Watching every motion in my foolish lover's game. On this endless ocean, finding lovers know no shame. Turning and returning to some secret place inside. I'm watching in slow motion as you turn around and say, take my breath away. Take my breath away. Take my breath away. I'm watching every motion in my foolish lover's game. On this endless ocean, finding lovers know no shame. I'm turning and return to some secret place inside. Watching in slow motion as you turn around and say, take my breath away, 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 take my breath away.
Gorgeous! Craig Hill! Craig Hill!
The butchest I've ever been.
Oh, man.
Wow, I want to touch myself up.
Can I just point out, sometime in the not-too-distant future, someone in Iceland is going to see this on YouTube out of context and go, what the hell is that?
What's happened to your Frankfurt there at the front?
Oh, well, I'm obviously not Jewish.
Oh.
I feel like the caterpillar has become the butterfly.
Do we have a way of connecting these ideas to form a story that has been in the news of late?
Take My Breath Away seems choky.
Choky?
Choky. That's not a word, but I like it.
That's as far as I can go.
Yeah,
hot dogs, choking on a hot dog?
Yeah, apparently it's the...
It's a night out in Sydney.
You know, there's this thing that Americans don't like to do with their food. What's it called? Chew. And one of the problems is that because it's around about the same size and shape as the esophagus, people are ending up in hospital with hot dog-related injuries.
Would you mind if, because I have the accent, I think I might be able to do a quick public service announcement to Americans. So, Americans, it's called chewing. It's like the motion you make when you talk about Sarah Palin, but without the noise. Give it a try.
They have it. After being linked to a series of choking emergencies in children, doctors in the US say the hot dog needs a safety makeover. The Academy of Paediatrics says the hot dog is perfectly shaped to wedge tightly in the child's hypopharynx, and yet bananas get off scot-free. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're fine because they were designed by La-di-da God. Toughen up, Yanks. If you want to try a dangerous mystery food, wrap your hypopharynx around a Chico roll. That'll do you some damage. Stay tuned, meat lovers. Fast Money is next.
It's Good News Week.
Here it is, the shameless game the voters love. The Labour and Liberal Fast Money Box. In South Wales, a woman was fined £50 for careless driving after she was caught doing what at 112 kilometres per hour?
Breastfeeding a pig.
Reversing.
Pig feeding a breast.
Anybody know it?
Changing a kid's diaper.
The pig was driving. No.
No. Looking in the rear view mirror and flossing her teeth. Using both hands to floss.
She
at
had
112
teeth.
kilometres per hour. She had teeth. And in South Wales. That's unbelievable. In the UK, an award-winning gardener is planning to sail from mainland Britain to the Isle of Man. What will be his vessel?
Upturned glasshouse.
Wheelbarrow.
Close, very close.
A whole bunch of wheelbarrows.
No.
A vegetable? He sailed on a vegetable?
He's going to sail in a vegetable. I'm going to give you that.
Big pumpkin, a big pumpkin.
A big pumpkin, thank you, Claire Hooper.
Those are Brits. They love their pumpkins.
Yeah, they do.
A 725-kilogram pumpkin.
Oh, right.
That's what he's growing. I don't know how he knows how big it's going to be before he grows it, but he does. OK, this last one I'm going to throw open. In the US state of Washington, after crashing his car into a power pole, a man phoned a relative to come and get him. When the relative arrived, the man was dead. What happened?
Oh, how he died was his relative was taking a bit of time, so he had to relieve himself, and he hit the power and bang.
Zap.
Pretty shocking.
That's it. It's over.
I can't believe it.
In the melting pot tonight, Claire Hooper, Akmal, Saleh and Eamon Sullivan scored a I don't know, quite frankly. My pencil broke back when I was talking to the Miz, and I haven't been able to write down a score since then. I'm going to say 325. Tying level with Mikey Robbins, DeAnne Smith and Craig Hill on 375 points. It's a tie. Don't forget 10.com.au/GNW if you want to get the podcast, go behind the scenes, or see which network 10 star is hiding under Craig's kilt.
It's him.
We won't be here for a couple of weeks, but we will be back after Easter with 2 big shows from the Melbourne International Comedy Festival, where we'll celebrate that special time when a rabbit was crucified for hiding chocolate eggs in the palm tree. Something. Something weird. So we say, hey, nice myrtle, and leave you with the good news for the week ahead. Neighbours will turn 25, and in keeping with their new dramatic storylines, Bouncer will come back as a zombie dog. Have a Prozac. Sydney will host the Telstra Australian Swimming Championships, and Optus will interrupt each swimmer mid-race to ask if they're happy with their lane. Tasmania and South Australia go to the poles. Tasmania will go to the South Pole, South Australia will go to the North Pole. And frankly, good riddance to both of them. No, we're just kidding, Tasmania. Sunday is the start of Arthritis Awareness Week. If you're allergic to Arthur Daly, Arthur Miller, Arthur Boyd, Arthur Tunstall, Arthur Fonzarelli, Arthur C. Clarke and Arthur Conan Doyle, you could have arthritis. And Lady Gaga lands in Australia on her Monster Ball tour. That should clear up those hermaphrodite rumours.